This is the clue we have today. Welcome, of course, to Seacliff Storytime in Seacliff. And what do you think? It's a little rubber duck George Washington. What kind of a clue is that? Well, the story is Arthur Meets the President by Mark Brown. And as I picked this book off the shelf, I opened up to the front and I said, oh, how great is this? 1993, Mark Brown drew that little picture and he inscribed it to Jillian. Mark Brown, of course, is the author of the Arthur books. So let's read about Arthur Meets the President. Listen carefully, class, said Mr. Ratburn. This is a contest, a national contest, so do your best work. Oh, I love contests, said Muffy. What are we supposed to do? Well, the winner wins a trip to the White House in Washington, D.C. What do we write about? Asked Arthur. Well, the subject is Why I Love America. Oh, okay. I think I just saw a picture of George Washington. I think I did, right? Yeah, I did, right there. Yep, there's George Washington. Good clue, Oberon, thank you. Well, everyone began writing, and Arthur started thinking. He thought about the time that he and D.W. had helped old Mrs. Tribble clean her yard, and he thought about how much they could do in the neighborhood to make it even more beautiful if the whole class helped. Everyone's thinking, oh, look at that. Well, weeks later, Mr. Hannity, that's the principal of the school, was opening the mail when his hands began to shake. It's a letter from the president. Miss Tingley, the secretary, fainted. Prunella, who was in the office, said, oh no, open it, she shouted. Mr. Hannity clicked on the PA system. Attention, everyone. The President of the United States has written to announce the winner of the writing contest, How I Can Make America More Beautiful, has a winner right here in our school. It's our very own Arthur. He and the entire class have been invited to attend a special ceremony at the White House. Mr. Ratburn's class went wild. Congratulations, Arthur, said Mr. Ratburn. You're going to have to work hard to memorize your speech so that you can recite it to the president. Oh, okay. It's next Wednesday? Yes. Memorize and recite, said Arthur. Of course, said Mr. Ratburn. We'll all be there cheering you on. You're going to be on TV, screamed D.W. when Arthur got home. Listen. Arthur will be reciting his winning essay to the President of the United States and all of America, the announcer said. Oh no, I feel sick, said Arthur. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. There's so much to do before we leave, said Mother. Arthur, you're going to need a new suit. What about me? Asked D.W. I'll need to look beautiful when I meet the President. The president's very busy, explained Father. He's only going to have time to meet Arthur and Arthur's class. Oh, if only I can remember it. I've got to memorize it. Don't worry. Relax, his dad said. Of course you can. Pretend that I'm the president and you practice right now. Well, the thought of sitting next to the president made Arthur's mind go blank. Uh-oh, said D.W. I see a problem. Monday at school, everyone was busy planning the trip. No homework for 3 days, said Francine. Not quite, said Mr. Ratburn, and everyone groaned. Each of you is going to have to do a report. When we tour Washington on Wednesday, you will be our guides with everything that you've learned. Get to work. And I'll see you all at the airport tomorrow morning. Arthur tried to study his speech on the plane. Don't forget to mention me to the president and for that Teacher of the Year award, said Mr. Ratburn. And Buster, his best friend, said, "Aren't you excited?" "I'm too nervous to be excited," said Arthur. "You need help," said D.W. "I'm going to make the speech for you. I have lots of ideas about how to make the country beautiful." That night in the hotel, Arthur was too worried to sleep. "What in the world are you doing?" his dad asked. "What if I forget my speech tomorrow and the president laughs?" "The president would never laugh at you," said Father. "Why don't you write your speech on little note cards and keep them in your pocket, just in case?" "What a great idea," said Arthur, and he began to feel better. "Try not to worry. Go to sleep," said Mom. The next morning, everyone met in front of the Jefferson Memorial. "Arthur, you look great," said Francine. "Are you ready to meet the president?" said Mr. Ratburn. "I guess so." And he reached into his pocket to make sure that the note cards were still there. "Time for your reports," said Mr. Ratburn to the other children. "One more hour, and we will be at the White House. Our first stop will be the Washington Monument. It's the tallest building in Washington," said Francine. "And then this is the Capitol, where Congress makes the nation's laws," said Sue Ellen. "Ooh, and I'm sure you all know how important it is to obey the law," said Mr. Ratburn. "And over here is the National Museum, and there are lots of great mummies in there. Follow me," as they walked through the museum. The last stop was the White House. "Oh, it's so big," said Arthur. "The White House has 132 rooms," said Brain, who was another very good friend of Arthur's. "Every president except George Washington has lived here. It has a barber shop, an indoor pool, a theater, a gym, and its own library. And the president's office has fancy gold curtains." All of a sudden, the president's secretary came into the room. "Excuse me, the president is arriving. Follow me to the Rose Garden." Arthur gulped. It was almost time. He took out his note cards. Suddenly, oh no, a strong wind blew through the garden. "Here comes the president," squealed Muffy. "My speech," gasped Arthur, and the little cards blew away. "Relax," said Mr. Ratburn. "You'll be fine." D.W. wasn't so sure. She had a plan. Arthur had never seen so many people, important people. "Good afternoon, Mr. President," he began. "When I think what I can do to make America more beautiful," and he began to feel very warm, and his knees began to shake, and his mind went blank. "This is the worst day of my life," he thought. Suddenly, Buster began to giggle, and everyone else joined in. Even the president was laughing. Arthur turned a bright red, and when Arthur saw what they were laughing at, he began to laugh too. Oh, he felt so much better. He recited his whole speech without forgetting a single word. What he had done, what a great sister. She had written the speech out, and she had it right there. And we can all help each other make America beautiful. "Thank you, D.W. And D.W. said, "I'm glad I could help." Great story, right, guys? Very good, very funny, and perfect, right, for the this week. It's not President's Week, but it was George Washington's birthday. And we have a wonderful birthday. Yes, it is for a wonderful boy who lives in Tennessee, and his name is Jack, and his sister Nora and his baby brother Cole I'm sure they had a wonderful birthday cake for him. His aunt Jenna, Uncle Justin, and Jolene, his newest cousin, were all singing happy birthday to him, probably on FaceTime, but we're going to sing happy birthday to Jack right here. All right? Okay. I wonder what his mom Joanna and his dad Jake, I wonder if they got him a beautiful cake. Never quite as beautiful as this one, right? Ah, but wait, we have to find out whether it's going to be chocolate or vanilla. The children have voted. All right. Okay, so for chocolate, we have Molly and Alice. We have James and Anna, Ben and Bee, Bevy and Henry, Riley, Tate, Sophia, India, Wesley. And we have, oh, and Clara too. Eliza and Peggy and Angelica. And Hannah and Patrick. Oh my gosh, they got their votes in too. Vanilla, we have KJ and Scarlett and Rafa, Henry, Rocky, Teddy, Joseph, Christopher, Harris, Maya, Marta, Graham, Audrey, Lila, so many vanillas. Hudson, Marlo, Maxine, Lucy, Frida, and Jolene. Jolene switched from chocolate to vanilla. All right, let's count. 22 for vanilla. Whoa, I think vanilla is going to be a clear winner. 18 for chocolate. Okay, so it's a vanilla cake. I hope Jack is going to like vanilla. All right, ready, Jack? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you. All right. Thank you, cameraman Dan. Thank you, Oberon. That was a wonderful, wonderful clue you provided. And remember, I love you all very, very much.